Good morning. All right, today I'm going to do just one example for you guys, and it's got a number of questions that all look kind of similar to some of the questions you're going to see in today's 5-question assignment, which is more applications of quadratics. So this question says a water balloon is catapulted into the air so that its height in meters, its height h in meters after t seconds is h equals negative 4.9 t squared plus 27t plus 2.4. So, got a number of questions here. How long will it take after one? How long will it be after once? How far? What's the height? I should have said there. How long will it be after 1 second? For how long is the balloon more than 300 meters high? What is the maximum height? When will the balloon hit the ground? 1 second. Sorry about that. So, where did it go? We got all these questions here. What is the maximum height? When will the balloon hit the ground? So we'll start here at number 1. So pretty simple. Start easy. After 1 second, you're literally just replacing t with 1. And so that's the first thing. H equals negative 4.9 times 1, which is obviously negative 4.9 squared. I'm sorry, the 1 is squared. Plus 27 times 1 is 27 plus 2.4. So your height is exactly, when you add this all up, 24.5. All right, so that is how you would do the first question. Again, that's pretty simple that I'm sure all of you could easily figure out. Now we're going to get a little more challenging. Now it says, for how long is the balloon more than 30 meters high? Now this is a confusing question because you got to think about this after I do all the work. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna set the h equal to 30, and I'm gonna do negative 4.9 t squared plus 27t plus 2.4, and I gotta make this equal to 0. So I subtract 30 from both sides, and I get negative 4.9 t squared plus 27t minus 27.6. Sorry. Now, because I got all the decimals, this is going to be really hard. I'm going to use the quadratic formula, okay? So the quadratic formula will say that I'm going to do negative 27 plus or minus square root of 27 squared minus 4 times negative 4.9 times negative 27.6 all over 2 times negative 4.9. Now, I've already done all this math. When you do all this math inside here, this is going to end up being 27 squared, which is 729, times a negative times negative times negative. This is going to be a negative, so I'm going to subtract, actually, 729 minus 540.96. So I'm going to get this, negative 27 plus or minus square root of 188.04. Now, all these decimals are rounded, okay? Divided by negative 9.8. Now, when I do all this math, do the square root, do the plus and the minus, my two answers are 1.4 equals x, and also 4.2 equals x. Now, those are not the answers, okay? The question says, for how long is the balloon more than 3 meters high? So imagine this parabola. This is why seeing this stuff will look like this. We know that this point right here is 1.4, and this point right here is 4.2. This is the x-axis, right? We're visualizing this, the height, and then the time down here. So the question is, for about how long is it more than this high? Well, it's about 3 seconds. That it's above 30 meters, because there's the point, because then after 30 meters height, you're below it. So that's why a good reasonable answer there is about 3 seconds. Okay, so that's where you got to really tie this all together. So that's how you do the second one. And then the last 2 questions should look rather familiar to you. Okay. And again, maximum height is completing the square. So we got negative, well, we already have right here. So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to start the first step. I'm going to divide this out of these 2 terms. Negative 4.9 times t squared minus 27 divided by this is about negative 5.5. Negative 5.5 is divided by 2 is 2.75. Squared is plus 7.6. I'm sorry, 7.6 5625 plus 2.4. This times this is a negative 37.1, so I'm going to add 37.1. So negative 4.9 times t minus 2.75 squared plus 39.5. So what is the maximum height? The maximum height is 39.5. That right there. This is the time it takes to get there. So they take 2.75 seconds to get to that height. When will the balloon hit the ground? So that means I can use anything I want. Well, because I'm already, well, whatever, I'll go back to the quadratic formula because I got decimals. And I want us to be comfortable using that. So the quadratic formula, again, I'm just solving for the zeros. And we got to know which answer makes the most sense here. So now I'm just doing opposite of b, which is negative 27, plus or minus. Well, I already know that this is going to be 27 squared minus, I'm trying to save room here, minus 4 times negative 4.9 times 2.4. When I do all that work, I'm going to get an answer of 729 plus 47.824 all over negative 9.8. When I add that up and take the square root of that, I'm going to get an answer of negative 27 plus or minus 27.9 divided by negative 9.8. And in this case, it does not make sense to do negative 27 plus 27.9 because that'll be a positive 0.9. Positive 0.9 divided by negative 9.8 is a negative number. We don't want a negative answer for this, so we only have to do one answer here. Let's just add this together. Let's just do negative 27 minus 27.9, and that's negative 54.9 divided by negative 9.8, and that equals 5.6. So it'll take about 5.6 seconds for the balloon to hit the ground. That is a good one question to answer hopefully a lot of your questions in today's assignment. Any questions you might have other than that, come and see me at 1 o'clock. See you then.